up, guys? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back. It is American Thanksgiving. Well, it is actually Wednesday night when I'm recording this video, but you'll likely see it maybe on Thursday, maybe Friday, Saturday, some other time down the road. But I hope you guys are safe and sound where you're at and the weather's not too crazy, and hope everything's going well for you. I got a lot of progress done on Old World Map 2 this week. But before I forget it again, because this is the second time running through the video, I have a massive sale going on right now at both Etsy and StitchingJewelsDesign.com. If you go to Stitching Jewels Design, you actually get 50% off if you purchase 5 patterns or more. So that is a screaming deal. Best deal I've had so far. And come on, back in the day when I would like sit there at night, like on my computer around Christmas time or Black Friday or whatever, and cross stitch collectibles, or somebody would do a sale and I would just purchase like 4 at a time and then come back 2 days later and purchase another 4. It's insane. But yeah, that's who I was back then. Now I design patterns like that. But it's anyway, so check it out. I got 4 new patterns to show you guys this week, and I'm continuing to put patterns up. This sale will be valid almost through Sunday. It ends Sunday evening at some point. I don't remember exactly when, but there's also a sale on Etsy as well. I can't remember exactly what the terms of that one is, but I think it's pretty similar to the sale I just had. It was like 35-40% off the patterns. Not 100% sure, but check it out. Old World Map. Got some more stitching done. An Old World Map. Another about 700-ish stitches done this week. I'm pretty happy with it. You can likely tell, like, through here that I got a lot more done. And yeah, it's coming together very nicely. Very, very nicely. One of you crazies reached out to me in the last day or two. I did not know that Golden Kite, who makes Old World Map, actually has an Etsy store. I'm going to link it down below, as well as the link to Old World Map if you guys are interested. Yeah, take a look at their stuff. It's really, really impressive. They've been around for a long time, and I think they're primarily more European, better known in Europe or outside of the United States, but their products are absolutely ridiculous. Like, show you this right here. But that's something else, to look at, because don't we all like do that midnight cross stitch pattern shopping sometimes? But yeah, check this sale out. It's a massive sale. If you like my stuff, or you like anything you see here, it's on sale. Everything's the only thing that's not on sale are t-shirts, things like that. Because I can't offer that kind of discount on t-shirt and whatnot. That's just that won't work. That's like me giving you a t-shirt, and that doesn't bode well for the bottom line here. So all right, so 4 patterns, and 3 of them are monochrome. One's a mini. I don't know how they all work out. First one's a mini with color. It's called Mini Baby Snowman. How cute is that? He's so cute. So 90 by 115 with 18 colors. This is not stitched. The white behind Little Baby Snowman, not stitched. So not as much of a stitch thingy thing that you might think, but not as many stitches as you might think. There's that one. I'm like, which one should I show you first? Okay, so the 3 monochromes. The first one, it kind of goes along with the musical instrument theme that I have with some of my stuff, but this one was a picture that I saw that I was like, oh, that's gonna make a great monochrome. It was a color picture with background, and I made it into this. So it's a person holding the neck of a violin, basically, and it was striking in color, but I'm telling you, like, in order for me to translate that to a color cross stitch, it was about 80 colors. And the patterns, I mean, this is 275 by 192. This is not as much stitching as you would think. I think it's like maybe 15,000 stitches, which is not a ton compared to a lot of my projects. But and I just call it violinist because I'm like, an amazing pattern namer. Like ridiculous skills with that. And I don't know which one to show you next. I don't know, because honestly, like, they're both awesome, and I both want to stitch them. I say awesome, like, how conceited is that? But I just love them, and I know you guys are gonna love them too. That's why I'm like excited, and that's why I said what I said. First one up. I love this one. This is the smaller one. This is the one that I actually just loaded up onto my own pattern keeper and would love to stitch because it's under 10,000 stitches. I call it Grumpy Gnome. It's a monochrome. So look at that. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. So there's our Grumpy Gnome. There may be some more gnomes coming up in the future, but that's Grumpy Gnome. Now, can you imagine if you stitched that on like all different kinds of color fabric, how cool that would look when it came out? It would look very cool. So there's that one. But for those of you crazies that like the more realistic animal type things, I have another realistic animal thing, but it's not really realistic. I mean, the animal part's realistic, but what he's dressed as is not realistic. I don't think. I've not seen it. So, suited raccoon, or raccoon in a suit, or business raccoon. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Dude here is a lot of stitches. He's about 34,000 stitches, I think. So 240 by 300. So that's a decent, this is a decent sized cross stitch. Could I have made it smaller? Yes. Would it have looked as good? No, because I tried that. This was the smallest that I could make it and still keep the detail the way that I thought it deserved to look. So, I mean, I know I could always, I might be able to convert this to a little mini grayish mini, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so suited raccoon is the only one that's not in the store right now, but by the time you guys see this video tomorrow, it will be on the store. I promise you that, because I got to turn right around and get on this computer and do that. But the other ones are on there. And there's more coming. I cannot stop. I cannot stop designing. And it's like, thankfully right now, I am sleeping a lot still. Because if I were like younger, I'd probably be getting like 4 hours of sleep a night just from wanting to stay up and work on this stuff. But I have not been able to do that for a while. I've had to sleep. So anyway, what else is going on? We're going to get some snow in the next day or two. I think tomorrow on Thanksgiving, it's actually supposed to snow overnight some, and maybe spit out a little snow on Friday and Saturday maybe. So I had to work a full day today. I get tomorrow off. Almost all Americans get Thanksgiving off, except for the people who work super important jobs like your doctors and nurses and things like that. And Friday I'm working about a half day. So for me, a half day is I get off at about 11 o'clock. And so I'll go in about, well, it's not really a half day. I'll go in at 6:30ish and then get off at 11, which plenty of time to get a lot done. So, and then the weekend off. So I'm happy about that. I'll have most of the day to come home and kind of just chill and do whatever I need to. For those of you guys who don't know, who maybe have missed a video too late, I am waiting still to find out about when I'm going to have lumbar fusion surgery at L4-5 in my lower back. I was hoping that I would find out this week, but the gist of it is I either have to wait. I'm going to find out next week. There's a surgery that potentially could be open, a surgery spot that could be open on December 19th, which is that Tuesday before Christmas. I could potentially have that spot if certain things fall my way next week. But if things fall a different way, then I'm probably not having surgery until about February 6th. And, you know, that's just the reality. That's just the reality right now. I mean, that's just how it is. Unfortunately, it's not good to get problems at the end of the year, primarily because there's just so much vacation time factored in, you know, between Christmas and New Year's with elective surgeries and things like that. It's, yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, I can understand that. I was originally really hoping for like mid-January, but I think even the week that I had to delay making the appointment, um, for a variety of reasons, pushed me back. Like, no, actually, that's not true. I don't think that pushed me back at all. The surgery takes two people, the neurosurgeon and then a vascular surgeon, to come in to, well, actually, it's a general surgeon who specializes in this particular surgery. Um, and his schedule, basically, I think he must be taking, it's not that he's taking time off, but he works with a number of different surgeons. And so I think he just, he's busy. And so we couldn't get him in until February 6th, at least the next opening for me. So anyway, um, I fluctuate day to day. Yesterday, actually had a pretty good day. Felt pretty decent. Slept pretty good. Woke up this morning, foot's hurting, problems happening. Uh, the neuropathy, the neurogenic pain that is in my foot and ankle, sometimes can be very, very uncomfortable. Um, it's actually better if I stand up. If I stand up and kind of somewhat bear a little weight, I'm actually better. But it's when I sit down, especially for whatever reason, down in the living room area, I have a little chair down there, and when I sit in that chair, my foot will end up hurting me so much. It must be the way I sit in the chair that puts more pressure on my back, and it radiates down into my foot. But so I'm up here at the desk, and it's probably where I'll stay for the majority of the next 4 days or whatever. But anyway, that's my particular story. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So yeah, so we're gonna put out another. I am gonna put out a Stitch with Me, and it is likely to go live on Sunday. I've been doing Thursday videos, Sunday Stitch with Me's for a little bit now. Works pretty well. And yeah, other than that, like I said, I'm just working like crazy on these patterns that I just can't stop making. And would you guys like bundled patterns? What do you guys think about bundled patterns? I haven't asked anybody about that yet, but I have the only bundle that I have as far as patterns are concerned are those Halloween horror monster patterns that I put into a bundle. But I don't really have any other bundles. Now, if I bundled like, 3, 4 patterns together and offered a good discount, is that something you guys would? I mean, I know you guys want to choose it. I get that, but part of it is, I guess, if I was going to create a bundle for you, it would likely be stuff that that is linked together. Like I could do New York City Monochrome, where I do the Empire State Workers and maybe Statue of Liberty, and then maybe the Flatirons building or something along those lines. I've been thinking about doing bundles. I just haven't focused on it. I've thought about it, haven't focused on it. So, yeah, I think that's it. We are staying home, thankfully. Not doing anything crazy this Thursday, this tomorrow, which is great because I'm not a big walker right now, so I can't really do a whole lot of that. I was going to forego the pumpkin pie this year, primarily because they wanted me to try and drop another 10-15 pounds prior to the surgery. When they thought the surgery was that could potentially be in early January, they wanted me to try to lose 10 to 15 pounds. And from, if it gets bumped up to December 19th, then it's less time to lose the weight. February would be great. I have a lot more time to kind of do it, but actually that's not true. It's not great at all. Anyway, so we were going to forego pumpkin pie. However, because honestly, I've been pretty good for a week, and the foot just goes through these periods where it just hurts. The Hubs is going to get me half of a pumpkin pie. Ooh, yeah. I love my pumpkin pie, man. I love it. For Christmas. You can do it for Christmas too. In the past, I've been really bad at taking like one of those big pumpkin pies covered with whipped cream from Village Inn. Village Inn is like a lower tier, mid-tier, low mid-tier restaurant, family restaurant. They make great pies. And so, I mean, I've just basically eaten it away at a pie for like a day and a half. Just give me a spoon. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, second breakfast. So So he's gonna give me a half pie. That's gonna make me happy, a lot happy. But I don't know if you guys can tell, I've actually dropped like 30 pounds this year. Um, Starting to work at the more heavy, the warehousey dishwashing kind of heavier work kind of thing has really like fine-tuned things. But I just like hiccup dropped like 4 or 5 pounds in the last week. I've been trying to lose, and it just didn't budge. And then I shifted some things up. I started doing like a little protein shake, and that that seems to have like unbudged me. So yeah, so I'm down to like a 30 pound, no, 35, 30 pound 30-pound weight loss. I'm like, I can't even do math. And so anyway, so that's great. I mean, honestly, and I just at this point I want to keep losing because rehabbing from this whole back thing is going to be relatively easier if I'm lighter and able to get up and move around and want to get up and move around. So thankfully, I do have a little bit of time to sort of try to prehab myself and help myself out. So I still haven't recorded any videos for the other channel that I set up for all the stuff about my back. Here I am talking about my back, and I said I wasn't going to do a whole lot of that, but I need to get my video started over on that channel, which I'll link down below. All right, I think I'm done. I've rambled enough. I think I am. All right, you guys have a great, great, great rest of your week. Happy stitching. Stitch what you love. I'm acting more tired than I actually am. I'm not really tired. I'm just kind of So, anyway, y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon.